Howdy guys, this is CoreCat13. I'm a woman with a deep voice, and last time we started the Super Mario 2D Marathon. And we completed Worlds 1 and 2. This episode, we're just gonna keep going. Because, man, I tell ya, I can't stop, man. Once I start, I can't stop. Yeah, man. Whoa! Okay, that wasn't planned. Just stepped on a Goomba and then I grabbed a freaking one. Okay, sure. Oh god. Not the Hammer Brothers. Anything but the Hammer Brothers. Those guys are fucking assholes. Man, I tell ya. They were like such an annoying barrier to entry. Well, that was stupid. Whenever I was first playing this game, they were the bane of my existence until I figured out, like, I could just run. Because, you know, as a kid, you don't really think about these things because, you know, you're a kid and these are just not things you would like to think about because, you know, you just want to play the game. You don't want to just stop and be patient and have to wait for an enemy's patterns and all that. You just want to play the game. So those Hammer Brothers always kicked my ass. I mean, obviously, they're not really that big of a problem now, but I tell ya. Now this stage right here, I remember I used to try to speedrun this stage. Like literally, I was able to speedrun this stage and have like... I don't even remember like how many seconds on the clock. I think I was able to beat it in like less than 40 seconds. Could be thinking of a level in Mario 3 though, but... Yeah, this was a stage I always felt was like really short. Like, ridiculously short. In reality, I think it's more just the fact that it's just mostly a straightaway or whatever, but I don't care. The fact that this stage is ironically easier than the last one is just kind of strange. Although I also find it interesting that this game actually was ported to arcades. Like, after the release of Super Mario Bros., apparently, like, in both Japan and... I don't know if they did in the United States, but... At least in Japan, there actually were, like, arcade versions of this game. And they were actually pretty popular, and a lot of those stages actually, like... Because, you know, arcades were made to eat quarters and all that. They actually made some, like, really challenging stages. And those would work their way into the Japanese version of Mario 2. Whereas... I don't know why I said that. But yeah, so, little known fact. A lot of those stages and stuff really aren't that original to the game of Lost Levels. They actually were just part of Versus Super Mario Bros. So yeah, very interesting. I'm just catching my breath real fast. Because I'm just having to talk really fast because, you know, the game is so fast. This castle right here always gave me trouble whenever I was younger. Like, I always remember those fire bars always caught me in the ass. Particularly this one. That one right there, just due to the fact that it was going in the wrong direction or whatever, I always thought that was just a dick move. But then again, nowadays they're just not that bad. All you have to do is just kind of watch the pattern and just keep running. That really is the trick to Super Mario Brothers, is really just keep going. Like, you do need to pause every once in a while, like with the Hammer Brothers or whatever, but it really is just kind of like the Mega Man philosophy of just like, you have to keep moving. Otherwise, shit's gonna get you. Which I guess that was just kind of an arcade philosophy as well, because so many of those stages really were a lot harder. Just due to the fact that so many people would probably try to stop and look around, when in reality the secret was just keep going. Which, by the way, I found out that was actually the trick to defeating Canary Mary in Banjo-Tooie. Like, I was actually doing some research on Banjo-Tooie, and found out that that's how you beat Canary Mary in Cloud Cuckoo Land. In reality, you don't hit the button at all. Or at the very least, you hit it very slowly. And because of, like, really shitty AI or whatever, Canary Mary literally just dodges you. Or, not dodges you. She actually will, she'll actually slow down at the very end of the race. And that's how you win. Yeah, so there you go. Little speedrunning strat there. I guess not really speedrunning strat, but whatever. I am not looking forward to doing Banjo-Tooie because I do own the game. I do own it as a physical cartridge. But I have heard horror stories about Banjo-Tooie. Then again, I've heard horror stories about Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels as well, which you will not catch me playing that game. Fuck that shit. Because I already know how fucking hard that game is, because I personally played it, and I never could get far in that game. Although I think it'd be a fun Two Geeks play project. Like, me and Oscar have not done anything recently, because we work different schedules and stuff most of the time, so we don't really get an opportunity to record, and by the time that we do get an opportunity to hang out, we're just not really thinking about it, so... Anyways, for those of you curious what happened to Two Geeks Play, that's what happened. Which, yeah, spoilers, one of the games that we covered in Two Geeks Play actually is going to be covered in the Super Mario Marathon, so... yeah, just look forward to that. However, I am playing it single player, so I don't know. And I'm not even sure how I'm going to handle that game, because that game has secret exits and all that, and I don't know if I'm just going to go for like the straightforward exits on first run, and then just kind of go back before the final castle and do the rest of the secret exits. I have no idea, but I don't know, it'll get done eventually. Now this place right here reminds me of pizza. Like, I don't know why. I don't know why it didn't click that these were mushrooms, but whenever, I think I was 8 or 9 years old, I called these pizzas. And every once in a while, I'll still call them pizzas. Just because I thought it was funny as hell. Because, you know, when you're 9 or, like 8 or 9 years old, you're not really thinking about it, so... Oh, crap. Well, that was stupid. I swear there's like some sort of like glitch there. Like every single time, without fail, I will always feel like I'm bonking my head on something that isn't there. So I don't know if it's like a glitch or something that somehow made its way into Super Mario All-Stars or what, but God, that's so annoying. Get back here. Give me the shroom. I need my shrooms. Yeah, I think this, like, Super Mario Brothers may have been, like, one of the games that actually introduced me to the idea of mushrooms and stuff. And actually, some of my first fan art and stuff actually was of Super Mario Brothers. Like, I actually would draw the sprites and stuff, and I would, like, have Mario and Luigi battling Bowser and stuff. Man, those were the days. And actually, I remember what grade level I was, too. I was in the 5th grade when I was doing it. And man, I wish I kept those pictures. That way I could actually post it online, because for a while, that's what I was doing. I was, like, posting some of my old artwork, like, when I was little, and comparing it to now. Man, that'd be a fun thing to redraw, or whatever. Just, like, drawing it based on the sprites. Which I know that's actually a challenge out there, so... I don't know, maybe I'll do it one of these days. I still have no idea how Mario runs over those gaps or whatever. Like, seriously, how the hell are video game characters able to run over gaps? Like, I can imagine, like, a human doing that. Like, imagine if you were small or whatever and you tried to run over a gap, your foot would get caught. So, I don't know. By the way, this false Bowser is a Spiny. He's a bastard. He needs to die. And let's see what toads pop out. It's a golem of toads. No. They all look exactly the same. Fuck. See you next time.